and every other thing that you can think about. And you know it's very difficult to wear those type of shoes. But where our legs cannot touch, you know those of us when we are small, you put paper inside. And so we try to put some paper and to make the shoes to size us.
Big shoe.
And so within the 4 years, we have also written our own testimonial. And they say we completed some projects that we inherited from our leader and our predecessor. But not only his own projects, even some other projects that were inherited from previous administration. I'd like to mention only the Unity Bridge in Nembe, Basambri, and Ogolomabri. Where my opponent, who hails from the place, abandoned it, but this administration has completed that project. And as you all know, it was commissioned and inaugurated by the former president of this country. And so our government has completed most projects that we met and also embarking on new projects. Bayelsa State, you know, everybody says it's a difficult terrain to develop. But my immediate past predecessor, they had it. They had it, a project that NDDC took for several years. He retrieved it from NDDC and took it very far. I'm talking about the Sagbama Ekirimo Road, the Yenagwa Ukubie Road, and even the Ogbia Nembe Road, where his own predecessor said that that road was not economically viable. He took it to Nembe. And recently in an interview by my major opponent, he admitted and said that our terrain is too difficult to develop. But that is a lie of the devil. Our terrain is a terrain that must be developed.
Now so.
And the immediate past governor did it, and we are continuing with it. As you are aware, today you can drive with your 2 eyes closed from Sagbama to Ekirimo. It's one of the best roads, well tarred.
Yes, Diri.
Today you can drive to a road that has been 60 years on. You can drive today from Yenagua to Angiama.
Yes, Diri.
And with the mini bridge completed, you can even drive across River Non. That was where Obasanjo went when we brought him to commission that road. Today, sand filling has gone very far in the Nembe Brass Road that was abandoned by the same man who hailed from his own place. So our terrain is not difficult to develop. It is only for you to have the will. And the will was started, and we are continuing with that will.
Yes, Diri.
Today, we are all witnesses to the fact that we can sleep with our 2 eyes closed because of the peace and the security in Bayelsa State.
No more from Otangbe.
Now, since we started these political campaigns, the same people who brought from Tangbe to make our states insecure have started bringing in people again to bring insecurity to Bayelsa. Is that the kind of people that you want to vote for?
No! God forbid.
The same people who say our terrain is too difficult to develop, are they the type of people you want to vote for?
No!
We are very aware. We have gone around Bayelsa and we saw the organic reception that was accorded to us. And so, standing here on behalf of the campaign council, we want to appreciate you. We want to thank you. Honor too much. Honor too much. Clap for yourselves again. Honor
Celebrate your celebrate grace, somebody. We love you, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They were giving our young ones, they give them drug rather than giving them education. Today, we have gone into the thick, into the riverine, and everywhere we go, we are commissioning projects after projects. We are giving them how to fish. We are building technical colleges to give them skills so that they will become employers of labor. We have the Diri Boost and all of those to give our children how to become useful in society. And so you know that the difference is 7-up between this party, between this government, and one particular government. And you know that government. Abiona don't know.
We know.
Rather than telling you what they have done, like I'm telling you today, what we have done, they say, I will do. You were governor for 5 years. What did you?
Not.
I have been governor for about 4 years. I am rolling out what we have done. We have constructed a road that is one of the best now in town. A dual carriageway, fully electrified, where the same people collected monies, about so much money in billions, and they abandoned it. And those are the people who are deciding to come back today. Will you vote for them?
No. He rejected.
And so, we only want to appreciate you, but we are not asking you further questions. That come 11th of November, this week Saturday, you will go there in the same numbers that you have come out today. You will vote and defend your votes, because that character has been known in stealing. If you don't stay there, he will steal your votes. So, do you want him to steal your votes?
No. I will give a chance.
So you don't give 1 minute chance. You must be there to defend your votes. We are hearing they will do this, they will do that. Nobody will do you anything.
Yes, dearie.
Ijoman na Ijoman. You know they fear.
Yes, dearie.
You know they fear. Esiminia.
CIA.
Esiminia.
CIA.
Ah, Ijon.
Yeah.
Ah, Ijon.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, I crave your indulgence to come out that day. Don't be afraid. Nobody is going to terrorize you. If anybody does that, the security will come against them. The security has been here. You all listen to the Chief of Defense Staff. He came here and said there is no room for any criminal. The Inspector General of Police was here. He came here and said the same thing, that there will be no room for violence, and that anybody who does that will be promptly arrested. And so while any other person is threatening violence, the security will be there for you. It will be there for the states. And these elections will be peaceful. As PDP, we have been a very peaceful party. We have been a very peaceful government. And that is why the state is peaceful. We took it over and we continued and furthered with the peace of Bayelsa. And so I want to thank you all today that as you return us, you will have more development in Bayelsa.
Amen.
There will be more peace in Bayelsa.
Amen.
Thank you and God bless you all.
National anthem, please. Shall we rise for the national anthem?
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs, Biscon movies and more, has been moved to channel 144 on GoTV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble (BBB), featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on GoTV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on GoTV. Biscon TV, interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
Mountain Ash Travels invites you to the Divine Turnaround Trip to the Holy Land of Israel from the 11th to the 20th of March 2024. Under the spiritual leadership of Pastor Wale Oladinyo, the Senior Pastor of Christ Living Spring Apostolic Ministries, Clam Global. Join us as we take you back to the wonderful and spirit-filled moments of the 2023 edition of our prayer pilgrimage themed Divine Settlement.
Take this confession, then go and pray. Hear, O Lord.
Hear, O Lord.
When I cry with my voice.
When I cry with my voice.
We were truly blessed by God and we had a wonderful time. You can visit the following holy sites, which include Mount Tabor, Church of Transfiguration, Mount of Beatitudes, River Jordan in Bethlehem, Church of Nativity, Mount of Temptation, 14 Stations of the Cross, the Sea of Galilee, and the Church of Visitation, out of over 40 sites to be visited. The package includes economy flight tickets with business class tickets on request, hotel accommodation with 3 square meals daily, an escorted group transfer on arrival and departure, land transportation in air-conditioned buses with Wi-Fi facilities, and also facilitated entry to all sites and lots more. At your disposal will be English-speaking certified tour guides and porter service to make your trip to the Holy Land a very pleasant experience. You can take advantage of the holy trip to Israel for baptism and rebaptism, renewal of wedding vows for all married couples, celebration of landmark birthdays, and more. We will arrange departure for the holy trip from Lagos, Nigeria, Houston, Atlanta, Chicago, London, and Washington, D.C. For more inquiries, please contact Mountain Ice Travels now via WhatsApp on 081-228-886-66. You can also call the numbers showing on your screen. Registration has commenced and payment can be made installmentally.
Jesus did wonders on this mountain. I am praying for you from the land of Israel. The same miracle that happened on this mountain when Jesus prayed over 2,000 years ago, let the miracles happen to you in the name of Jesus. John 2:11. At Cana of Galilee, he wrought the first major miracle. Now I pray for you from the land of Israel. Let a major miracle happen in your life in the name of Jesus. God is going to surprise you in the name of Jesus. Let every blessing from this land of Israel be yours in the name of Jesus.
Come and experience a divine turnaround.
There's no other place like home. Now to Manaba, I get to send you evil state. Where I do, Ocholu, to Sayana,
Vote Senator Atta Neji Achonu for governor. Vote Honorable Tony Nwolu for deputy governor. Vote Labour Party. Vote Papa Mama Pikin. Achonu Nwolu 2023. Take back Imo State.
Good day, gentlemen of the press. Welcome to this press conference. November 11 is a few days away. and I am here to address you all on some very important developments. The other day, President of Nigeria Labour Congress, Comrade Joe Ajaero, was attacked and brutalized in the most inhuman form right here in Imo State. He was here to lead peaceful protest over unpaid wages due to Imo State workers. He was beaten to stupor and allegedly abducted by security personnel. It is unimaginable that the leader of the Nigerian workers could be treated so. This is totally unacceptable and indeed very condemnable. Imolites are not known for this low level of intolerance and recklessness. Hence, every true citizen of Imo State, especially workers, must condemn this act. Globally, the labor movement has been in solid solidarity with workers, whose many contributions to society are often undermined by governments who refuse to fulfill their obligations to workers. No doubt, decent work is not just about right to gainful employment, but also about right to earn decent wages, freedom of choice, and equal opportunities. I vehemently condemn the attack on the president of the NLC. This is an attack on the nation, Nigerian workers, and indeed the Nigerian families and true democracy. Never again will this happen in Imo soil, not while I'm governor. INEC should ensure they provide adequate security in all polling units and collation centers in Imo State so that all eligible voters are not disenfranchised. It is no longer secret that he addressed reports, allegations of APC. We officially put INEC on notice that the APC is planning heavily to influence the outcome of the election through compromised ad hoc staff and a few corrupt officials. In the last 2 weeks, video evidences in circulation show that communities, Owerri West, Uguta, Okigwe, Ituboma, etc., where APC leaders are harvesting details of voters' cards. This is criminal and an attempt to subvert the will of the people. I call on INEC and security agents to be on alert and checkmate these efforts at rigging the election and ensure that all sensitive materials do not get into the wrong hands. It is important to restate that all collation should be done at the official designated centers, not AG Council headquarters. Specifically, Isialambano INEC office was burned down. So INEC should publicly announce a public primary school as collation center for Isialambano. This should also be the case in every other location with similar challenges. We will use all lawful means to resist any plan to collect results in any place other than officially designated locations at the ward level and at the local government level. We call on INEC as a matter of urgency to publish the polling centers where elections will not hold. This should be in the public knowledge. I condemn reported efforts by the government of Imo State to block accommodation in all hotels in Owerri. I call on all hotels to resist this anti-democratic, anti-people move. I call on security agents to maintain order on election day and to be impartial. INEC, in the past elections, there are cases where collation has been moved from designated ward collation centers. They moved all ward collation to the local government. And that's where rigging takes place. We will never allow it to happen in this election. There must follow due process at every turn. We have heard rumors about how they are going to attack these materials coming from the CBN. How, if they don't succeed, they plan to attack it from ward collation centers. If they have it in ward collation centers, going to the local government collation centers, or from local government collation centers to state collation centers. I'm putting the security agencies on notice. This is a standalone election. We only have election in 3 states in the entire federation of 36 states. If we don't have enough security agents to monitor and protect this process, then what are we talking about? But I have confidence in the security agencies to monitor this process so that voting will take place in only the designated places. In this election, there will be no case of insecurity. Because we have enough manpower to checkmate, to surround everywhere and protect the people and cast their votes. Also, INEC, I'm putting INEC on notice that they have enough staff to monitor this process and renew the confidence of Nigerians in the electoral process. This is very, very key. More so that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been confirmed by the Supreme Court. This is a test case for him and for the future of Nigerian democracy. Calling on him, I'm calling out President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to ensure that the right things are done. I believe he will do the right thing. And then I'm putting everybody in Imo State on notice. See what happened to NLC president, the Labour Congress president, a national figure, can be beaten the way he was beaten. So you people can imagine what you look forward to in the next 4 years if this man is given another chance to step back into Douglas House. Finally, Nimo, this is your moment. Let's ensure that we come out to vote massively. I will protect your votes. Imolites, this is the right time to take back your state. Please, I'm calling on all Imolites, all lovers of freedom, all Democrats to come out on November 11, cast your votes, stay at the polling unit where you cast your votes. Make sure that the votes are counted, the result transmitted, uploaded, and then it is entered into that from EC8. Make sure that you people will follow it. Get to the World Collation Center, all the youths. We are trying to make sure that at least 40 youths from each, youths and women and youths, from each polling unit will escort this result to the World Collation Center. And collation must take place at the ward primarily. If not, those people are not living there. So we are going to, I'm putting INEC on notice that the right things must be done in Imo State. I've heard of cases before where they move collation from ward and now collated at the local government collation center. That will never happen again in Imo State. We'll stop that. So I'm calling on all of you. Let's take back our state, please. Enough is enough. Thank you. Everybody should vote Labour Party. That's the party for Imo State. Papa, Mama, Pikin. That's the party. That's the party for Imo State. Party that will bring development, bring progress, create employment. The party for the youths. That's why we have a youth as deputy governor. These you people that listen. I'm here for you people. I'm here so that I can have a better tomorrow.
Cause there's no other place like home. Now I get
why I am running for governor. On November 11th, 2023, Imo citizens will have the opportunity to elect a new governor to steer the affairs of the state for another constitutional term of 4 years, beginning January 15, 2024. Against the background of recent massacre of innocent citizens, kidnapping, and wanton destruction of property in our dear state, the forthcoming election will provide Imolites an opportunity to reverse the current trajectory of inept and ineffective governance that have practically destroyed the hopes and aspirations of our people. As widely acknowledged, the basic indices for measuring human development have largely been in retrogression. Before the advent of the APC administration, Imo was a very peaceful and progressive state on the threshold of economic resurgence and prosperity. Unfortunately, we have witnessed in the recent past a descent to anarchy and lawlessness that has turned vast swaths of our homeland into abandoned spaces for criminality. Today, Ndi Imo no longer visit their villages, and traditional ceremonies, such as burials and weddings, now hold outside our homeland. As a consequence, the economy of Imo State has totally collapsed, resulting in capital flight, divestment, and business failures. Our healthcare delivery system remains severely challenged and incapable of providing access to affordable care for our people. Whereas Imo State was recognized as a center of excellence in education, the state's age-long reputation as the citadel of scholarship and learning has been completely eroded, with the state now in an unenviable position of having the least level of investment in education amongst the states in the southeast and ranking 35th out of the 36 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This represents the worst performance in the history of the state and that of the entire southeast. Across the three senatorial zones are decrepit rural and urban roads that symbolize the infrastructure deficit that the state has faced under the APC government. Youth unemployment has assumed a worrisome and unprecedented dimension, with joblessness fueling a recourse to crime and drug addiction by vulnerable young people. And in virtually all conceivable sectors, hospitality, tourism, food and energy, security, industrialization, etc., the state has largely underperformed despite its endowments and potentials. Tackling the development challenges arising from this parallel state of affairs requires a new type of leadership attuned to the realities of the people's existence and capable of galvanizing them in a new direction. The leadership that the people yearn for must be capable of restoring trust in government and building a consensus on the way forward. I dare say that confronting the myriad of challenges we now face require honest, bold, and courageous leadership committed to the people's welfare and overriding interests. I have painstakingly reflected on the current challenges facing our dear state and equally sought an understanding of what needs to be done to reverse the trajectory of inept leadership and governance that has befallen us as a people. The office of governor is one that comes with a lot of responsibilities. Principally, it is a role that seeks to pull the people together in the direction that will enable the collective pursuit of their welfare. The position requires a consensus builder with an understanding of what needs to be done to provide effective governance in all spheres of the people's life. All through my life, I have committed to the welfare and interest of those I have come across. In addition, over the last 15 years, I have been in the vanguard of Akururo philosophy, and to which end I have committed my personal resources to the industrialization of Imo State. My commitment to the common good has never been in doubt. And it is my utmost belief that given the opportunity and privilege to serve you as governor, I will be completely dedicated to the development of our dear state by creating sustainable pathways and enabling environment for the return of normalcy to the security situation in Imo State, thus paving the way for increased investment in Igbo land. This is what I intend to offer. In response to the desire of our people for a patriotic and selfless leadership committed to their security and welfare, I, Senator Atan Machonu, have made a decision to present my humble self for consideration as governor of Imo State in the next election. May I therefore humbly solicit your support as I embark on this historic journey to serve our people.
On the 15th of January 2020, when His Excellency Hope Uzodinma took over the mantle of leadership as the duly elected governor of Imo State after a landmark judgment by the Apex Court of Nigeria, his inaugural speech showed clearly a leader who is well prepared for the job.
I shall execute to utmost diligence and today the 5 annual programs of my administration anchored on the 3 R's. That is reconstruction, rehabilitation, and the recovery.
On the bedrock of his shared prosperity administration and 3R mantra of reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery, the governor has been able to put Imo State back on track. and amongst League of States that are productive and enviable. It is clear that Governor Hope Uzodinma has not deviated one bit from his vision and mission for Imo State. His government has been working tirelessly to transform the state across various sectors despite the daunting challenges faced by the governor upon assumption of office. It is no longer news that Imo has at 2019 was a laughingstock among Committee of State, a state that was riddled with substandard projects, China roads and acidic rain roads, uncompleted hospitals and government buildings that couldn't even stand the test of time. The state secretariat where government activities are carried out was an eyesore as there was no water or light. The government house was nothing to write home about as the business of governance was run either at bush bars or guest houses. The Imo State House of Assembly is not left out as lawmakers had to move to a makeshift building for their legislations. Governor Uzodinma, upon assumption of office, prioritized infrastructure development in Imo State. Under his leadership, numerous road projects have been completed, enhancing connectivity across the state. These improvements have had a significant impact on transportation and trade within the state.
A man was born in Imo State, and the mother and the father gave him hope. And with hope, you can live 100 years. Now, the parents' name is Uzodinma. And what you are doing, you are making the road to be good. You are answering your name, which is a wonderful name. Our people are very, very happy with you. You've done wonderfully well. Imo State, you are putting a record that even in the next 20, 30 years, the way they remember Sambakwe is the way they will remember it.
You have to give a good example for people, other governors to emulate and imitate the way you do it. And you're showing it. And traditional leaders here are very happy.
If you open this road up to Ozama, and then people and workers can go between the secretariat to Ozama in 15 minutes, you are making life more bearable for our people. You open up this road to Road Safety and Toji Express Road, and people can move with the road properly lit up like it is on MCC. Your non-government will disappear. So it is a necessity that Owerri must be seen to be a state capital. And when you enter into Owerri, Owerri must look like a state capital. We have not forgotten the dwellers in the rural areas. As much as we are working doing the rural roads, we must give Owerri capital, city of Imo State, the first lift that it deserves. Owerri must be a sponge of flooding. The roads in Owerri city must be passable. This civil servant must go to work with little or no stress. Our people must be prepared to be able to live longer and live safe. So government is about the people. Government is about a leader with vision. A visionary leader is a leader who thinks for the people. And when he comes out with what his thoughts are, the people begin to feel the positive impact of his thoughts.
In the education sector, Governor Hope Uzodinma believes that education is a cornerstone of development, and as such, the governor has made significant strides in this sector. His administration has revamped and revitalized the educational system, providing better facilities and resources for students. Several schools have been rehabilitated, and a scholarship scheme has been initiated to support indigent students in their pursuit of education. the Ben Ouajimogu College of Education, Ite Oboma, has received a facelift. For over 8 years, medical students at the Imo State University Teaching Hospital were unable to graduate because of lack of accreditation. But on the first 2 years of Governor Hope Uzodinma, they were fully accredited and graduation was made possible. Due to the governor's wisdom and closeness to the power at the center, Governor Uzodinma used his good office to attract the upgrade of the Alvin Ikoku College of Education to a university standard, as well as upgrading the Federal Medical Center to a Federal University of Technology Owerri Teaching Hospital. The governor also established the Imo State University of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences with campuses in Umuogu and Omoma communities. The establishment of the K.O. Mbadwe University in Idiato South local government area has also been made possible by the Uzodinma-led administration. The government of Senator Hope Uzodinma has also commenced construction of 305 primary schools in the 305 electoral wards in Imo State. Not long ago, the governor distributed free school bags and reading materials to pupils in primary schools across the state. More so, to cushion the removal of fuel subsidy, the governor approved payment of bursary to students in tertiary institutions across the state.
One sector where the 3R mantra of my administration has yielded the most dividends is education. I believe that this administration will forever be remembered for its giant strides in taking Imo State further ahead as the education capital of the Southeast. Our numerous achievements in this sector include the recovery and naming of Kingsley Ozumba Mbadiwe University, Idato. This was a landmark achievement as that edifice, which is worth over 40 billion naira, is now fully owned by Imo State government. The establishment of the University of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Umuagwo, the site of the former Imo State Polytechnic, which has now been relocated to Omoma in Oru East local government area. The establishment of the brand new Imo State Polytechnic at Omoma with a very scenic, spacious environment and state-of-the-art building and facilities. We have also achieved accreditation for Senator Ben Ouajimogu College of Education, Ite Uboma. From the foregoing, it is obvious that a major part of my education agenda is to create more opportunities for our people to be educated and in the process acquire the skills that will help them navigate through in life. In addition, these institutions have created employment opportunities for both teaching and non-teaching staff of Imo origin. The host communities would also record significant improvement in economic activities and development with a spillover effect on the economy of the entire state. I must remind all of us that before our emergence, some students that were due to be graduated by the school were not able to graduate because of the withdrawal of accreditation of Imo State University Teaching Hospital. On arrival, we took steps, and today we have graduated 3 batches, and the medical doctors are now happy and everywhere ready to work.
The state government between 2011 and 2019 claimed to have built 27 general hospitals across the 27 local government areas of the state. But upon assumption of office of Governor Hope Uzodinma in 2020, none of these hospitals said to have been built were working, as grasses, weed and rodents have taken over most of these buildings because they were not equipped. This made life unbearable for Imo indigents as access to quality healthcare was difficult. Bearing in mind that access to quality healthcare is crucial for the well-being of the people, Governor Uzodinma's government has invested in the healthcare sector. resulting in the renovation and equipping of health facilities. The establishment of more primary healthcare centers, especially in rural areas, as well as the construction of 3 state-of-the-art and multi-millionaire general hospitals in Oru West, Oguta and Hoaji Egbema local government areas. In a bid to ensure that Imo indigents enjoy free healthcare, the governor, in partnership with Doctors Without Borders and Foreign Medical Mission to treat Imolites for free on several ailments and major surgeries that would have cost them a lot of money. But in the governor's magnanimity, indigents of the state got free treatment. The state government also approved free medical insurance for all civil servants in the state under the Imo State Health Insurance Scheme to enable all civil servants have access to free health care.
In terms of health infrastructure, we have embarked on the construction and rehabilitation of 305 primary health centers across all the political wards in the state, in addition to the renovation of the School of Midwifery and Nursing at Awomama and Abombise. The Imo State University Teaching Hospital also received an upgrade in terms of provision of various modern diagnostic equipment. We have also purchased and fitted our hospitals with more vital investigative equipment to ensure patients are not taken out of the hospital for basic investigations. We have procured machines like X-ray machines, X-ray imaging, echocardiogram, Doppler machines and ultrasound scan, and other basic life support and advanced life support equipments to ensure life-saving skill acquisition for accident/emergency cases.
Agriculture is the key driver of economic growth in Imo State. Governor Uzodimma's government has focused on promoting agriculture by providing incentives to farmers and investing in agribusiness. This has led to increased food production, job creation, and a boost to the state's economy. Before Governor Uzodimma's government, the popular Ada Palm plantation was in comatose, but in the governor's wisdom, Ada Palm was rehabilitated and the governor reinstated over 400 staff of Ada Palm that were sacked by previous administration. The place now boasts of producing first-grade palm oil, and currently the oil mill is producing 100 metric tons per day. More so, the governor also approved the payment of over 400 million naira as payment for gratuities and severance benefits between 2011 and 2022 for retirees and workers of Ada Palm plantation who have been owed since 2011.
I'm really happy that I'm alive. That's the first and the most important. I'm alive getting the payments. I'm really happy. This is what other people did not consider necessary. And he has deemed it very necessary, that those who worked will be paid.
The dark era of these workers was in Rochas Okocha's government, where he rather sacked most of them. Sacked over 420 of the workers. His Excellency Governor Hope Uzodimma came and reinstated them. And today, the commencement of their severance allowance have just started. Most of the workers here are going home with 5-something million. Some are going with 6 million. So they will make judicious use of it.
Only recently, the state government, in partnership with National Agricultural Land Development Authority, NALDA, commissioned a Cherubo Farm estate in Emekuku in Owerri North local government area of Imo State.
In line with my economic vision for Imo State, agriculture shall continue to be accorded its pride of place in my administration. More than 140 hectares of palm seedlings we planted at Ohaji and Ngobala are blossoming. We are still expecting actions. Some of our young men have been trained in different types of agricultural programs. Some of our young men today are producing agricultural produce and products that are being sold around the state. The rubber plantation industry in Imo State has suffered a major setback from previous administrations. The state government is poised to reposition our rubber estates at Obiti, at Hajebema, Emabiam, Were West, Umwekume, in Ungopan, and make them the rubber industry hub of the Southeast. Arrangements are in top gear for full development and expansion of the rubber industry through the public-private partnership.
Security is paramount to development, and without security, there can't be development. This Governor Uzodinma is much aware of and has worked diligently to ensure the safety and security of the people of Imo State. His administration has provided support to the security agencies and implemented community policing initiatives, which have contributed to a more secure environment. Not minding the politically motivated insecurity in the state, the Uzodinma-led administration has partnered robustly with security agencies in the state to ensure that Imo is secured and insecurity is brought down to its barest minima. The governor has oftentimes promised amnesty and rehabilitation to restive youth in the state.
The most challenging problem which has faced this administration is that of insecurity. With the current confessions from apprehended kingpins of the insurrection, it is now clear that the security challenges were contrived by the opposition to slow down the progress of government. Ever since I started this speech, I had refrained from mentioning the opposition and their destructive activities in the state. But permit me just to tell you that we have defeated them. They have failed in their mission to slow down our developmental strides. It is true that we have spent so much money and energy, time, and scarce resources to extricate ourselves from their evil clutches. Some gallant law enforcement officers and innocent citizens also paid their untimely price and died in the course of fighting for this insecurity. But it is also true that we have successfully shrugged them off to record the monumental achievements that are being held everywhere. So there is no part of Imo State you are hiding with even a jackknife that we will not see you. We have seen those who are behind the insecurity in Imo State. We now know those who are funding insecurity in Imo State. We will continue to know more both those who are sponsoring and funding them. Some of our people who come out in the day and work like they are very big, important big men. In the night, they plan how their brothers will be slaughtered. Anything that is bad is bad. And we must all rise to condemn it. It is not about Hope Uzodinma. Governors will come and go, but Imo State will remain. So if we destroy this state, there is no other state we can call our state. So let us rise to defend our state. It is our heritage.
In the digital age, embracing technology is essential. Governor Uzodinma has pushed for digital transformation in Imo State